Hello and welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing. We have got a Ontario online open match for you today between Jonathan and Rhys. This is the finals pods. Let me introduce you to my co-host Jimmy. Jimmy, how's it going?
I'm great, Greg. How are you doing?
Oh, just hot as hell. AC broke. So yeah, just sweating. No cam tonight.
Not a good day to have your AC go out.
Nope, hottest day of the year. Johnny Ray in the chat, what's up, bud? Let's yeah, they're setting dials. So while they set dials, let's go down the list. We'll start with Jonathan's list. He's leading off at I4 with Andrew Sulak in the Z95. And then everyone else is in I2. We've got L337 with Lando's Millennium Falcon and 3 just naked cartel marauders. A little bit all over the place, but a lot of firepower coming from this list. Jimmy, how about Rhys's list?
On Rhys's side, we have Tirani Calda, who's also an I4, Snapshot, Contraband Cybernetics, and Shield Upgrade. We have IG-88B with Marksmanship, Trajectory Simulator, Auto Blasters, Jamming Beam, Seismic Charges, Contraband Cybernetics, and IG-2000. That's a heavily loaded IG, and D is the one that gives the bonus cannon attack if a shot misses. And lastly, rounding out at I5, we've got Old Tarok with Fearless. Doesn't need much more on him there.
Yeah, he's Old Tarok can be really big in stripping those tokens, and it works really well Tirani Calda's ability.
Absolutely. There's some really nice synergy going on here in Rhys's list.
Yeah, go for it, guys. Looks like we're good to start. This is the Ontario Online Open. The Thriller in Tabletop Simulator. I tried so hard to make it rhyme, I couldn't get it.
It was close, but not quite there.
Tried so hard. It reads better than it sounds.
Now I'm imagining you actually writing a script up for the night, and you got these prepared lines in front of you that you try to force in.
Yeah, do you know those those blue cards that talk show hosts use?
Exactly.
That's what I've got going for me.
I thought some of your jokes felt a little forced sometimes. Now I know why.
I used to do stand-up. I write all my material.
All right, so we got some conservative movements out of both players. Looks like Rhys is going to try to use Tarok as a flanker, maybe. And I bet you Jonathan just flies Najur away. He's got that lone wolf. His ability wants to be separate from everybody else. So
yeah, I think you go probably 2 forward next turn. And then just turn in towards Tirani, because you can wipe him off the board easily, and he can't do all the damage.
Exactly. Oh, he turned in with Tarok and overlapped to the obstacle. Not a great start, Rhys.
Yeah, not what you want to see. Here's the roll for the damage. Lucky there.
Yeah, that would hurt to start off.
Yeah, especially with no shields to absorb that on. Oof. The last game we saw Rhys with this list, he actually lost Old T pretty early on and was almost able to recover with Tirani and IG. It came down to the last move, but Old T is definitely a centerpiece, a linchpin of his list. Something he definitely needs.
Absolutely. You do not want to be losing him early. You really want to try to force that range 1 engagement.
Yeah, and conversely, I think one of the maybe understated beauties of Jonathan's list is there's nothing there that's crazy high in points. He can lose any ship. The dice can fail on a ship, and it's not something that would cripple his list.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not too worried about losing any one piece. They're all kind of expendable. I think we might see a bomb launch here from Rhys. It seems like a decent time for it based on where these ships have to go.
Yeah, I think that seismic would probably clip that. I mean, with a 5 forward and trajectory similar, it would definitely clip that.
Exactly.
Debris. Yeah, I think we should see that launch. That's a good call, James. You like
And
James or Jimmy? I've never known. I just like use them interchangeably.
I do not mind either. I've been called many names, so it's rare that you call me something that I do not particularly care for.
Sorry, I'll stop calling you White Thunder.
Okay. And I also like the bomb here because it will clear his path for his next upcoming turns. Makes it a little easier on him. I wonder if Jonathan sees that coming and tries to plan for that, or just says, you know what, my ships are expendable. I do not care.
There's not much he could do about it. Like, blue is, even if he
pretty much
won
guaranteed,
hards, like, he's caught there. That could be a good early damage for Rhys.
It could be good early damage on a few ships.
Yeah. And they have, all the K fighters have one shield, I believe. So stripping that shield basically gets, I mean, it's not like the most damage ever or anything, but it helps with getting...
Okay, this is interesting. Rhys did not launch a bomb.
That is unfortunate.
I feel like that's a missed opportunity here.
That's definitely a missed opportunity. You know what? Maybe he thought he could have just gone one forward with both though and been fine.
I agree. I don't see any reason to not shoot it, to not throw one out here. You're guaranteed at least to hit one of them. Now I see we're definitely would have hit two of them.
Yeah.
And I think based on his moves, okay, he would not get L3. I thought L3 might do a bank as well, but
still getting two shields off a K fighter, which is the main firepower of this list, would be great.
Absolutely. Anytime you can get a bomb to actually do damage is excellent. I feel like very often they are more of a control piece than they are a damaging piece, but
with Tarani just doing the slow march forward, he wasn't going to be in trouble. I wonder if Rhys just like so loaded up IG that he just kind of forgot that he has those seismics.
He might have forgotten about them. It's very easy to miss your triggers when you have 7 upgrades on one ship.
So Andrew with the 3 bank, he's not going to be in this fight until next turn, but he's still trying to get out of range 2 of everyone to really take advantage of his ability.
Yeah, I don't think you mind that. It's not like there's going to be much going on this turn, so taking another turn to figure out what you're doing there is not the worst thing.
Yeah, Old T just kind of hanging in behind. I wonder if he maybe burns forward next turn to try and catch the Falcon. Seems like a bad idea to go one-on-one with a Falcon.
It's kind of surprising to see T back in the engagement. Normally, I feel like you use him as the front runner. Maybe Rhys's plan is to bring him in later because he lost him in other matches, so he's a little concerned.
Yeah. Well, with that barrel roll, that pretty much rules out going after the Falcon, at least with a big 5 forward, so... It looks like we're going to get some shots here.
We only have... So he's engaging with 2 here. See, the bomb would have been so great. You can see it would have definitely gotten blue and red.
Yeah, and then these could have been hits into the hull. This
exactly,
because he barrel
rolled with blue.
From IG-88 onto blue. Only one goes through, or not goes through, but one hit. 3 dice from the K-Fighter, no mods to speak of, so needs to roll an evade and blanks out early.
Alright, so that's a shield down.
So a shield down on blue.
That's not the worst thing in the world. He was able to keep both of his calculates for his 2 defensive shots here.
Yep. Nothing for Tarani. Ooh, L3 is in range. This is going to be a 2 versus 4 shot from L3 onto IG-88. Not a hot start.
Adding... Oh, no. He's just prepping himself for his next shot.
Yeah, so this is the blue one back onto the IG. One hit. At least there's some paint this time. IG plenty of
enough.
fades. Yeah.
No problem there.
So far, a good first engagement.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good when you can not take damage in return. I wonder if we'll see the bomb here now.
I think you have to. There's no way they can get out of that without going over the debris. Like, unless they're turning all in the wrong direction.
Yeah, they either turn away or bank toward it or go over it.
I don't see how IG avoids it either. I mean, you might be willing to trade a shield for maybe 3 shields, but I think IG's probably
that's calculated risk. Probably not the worst thing.
Or what we could see, and I probably wouldn't recommend it, is he launches the bomb 3 banks or 1 hards to the right to try and put some damage into the Falcon.
Yeah, I feel like the Falcon is a trap here.
I agree. Yeah.
Going after the Falcon is going to take you way longer, and you're turning your back to 3 dice attacks. Plus, probably Nadru will be in at some point, so you're turning your back to 4 ships to go after the Falcon.
Yeah, I think as long as you don't stress yourself, the Falcon isn't too big of a threat. At least not as big as the K-wings with their 3 dice attacks.
I agree. I think you need to take the smaller base ships off, and then you can worry about the Falcon later. You got a couple ships that are really quick, that move after the Falcon, so you can really play that initiative and speed advantage against it if you leave it till the end.
Yeah, I think Tarani's definitely dialed into a one forward, because you don't want to have him lose any of his meager 3 shields.
Yeah, the 1 forward makes sense. You might be able to get away with a 1 bank towards the debris, but is it worth the risk? I don't know. Probably not. It'll be really, really close.
Rhys's dials are down.
I'm curious to see what Tarak does here.
Yeah.
Again, it's weird to see him in behind everybody else.
And here we are getting a seismic charge launch. So there's seismic down. But let's see what these K-wings or K-fighters did. L3 is going to be the first move. He just continues his slow plot around. That's what people do with Falcons.
Yeah, might as well. No reason to do anything else. Like we predict, Rhys probably doesn't try to engage it here, so just getting shots with it is ideal. The boost is interesting, though.
I guess I like it. I like it because it sets you up better for next turn.
Sure.
Red. Now, that's going to be a hit. We're going to get a check for snapshot easily in range 3. Blue. Rhys is gonna get hit patered here. Maybe we're the stupid ones.
Perhaps. The thing is, here it's very likely he's getting damaged himself.
Yeah.
Where previously he was very likely, like, he was not getting damaged. And
also,
he
has two seismic charges, so he could have done that one and this one.
Well, once you destroy the obstacle, it's destroyed.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. There is the barrel roll. That might have done it. I might have gotten
Might have. If blue makes it out, it's the same thing, right? So we're really not that foolish. It's just a matter of, and yellow might have gotten out too, actually. This will be interesting to see.
Taking them way further than I thought they would. The 1 bank, he's not going to be able to boost here.
That's okay. I don't mind the range 1 engagement here. You're trading, right?
Yeah, you're taking a shield, but you're also, you know, you're gonna get to put in damage in the blue here. Ronnie, I wonder if we get the barrel roll to get a bullseye.
Barrel roll back would actually be a pretty smart play because it takes you a little bit further away from that rock.
Yeah, that is
He
exactly
went
what we're
to
getting.
the left. Okay, I see. I was thinking he's gonna go after red. Yeah, okay, so he's focusing fire on blue here. That's smart.
Andrew's gonna go. Andrew, well within range 2 of the blue K fighter, so no need to worry about that here. Or his ability. Old T, he just bumps. This is interesting. Are you tempted to take the shots onto Old T now?
I don't know that red has one. Blue does, but blue might possibly die beforehand. L3 just has a range 3 on them. All right, so
red, yellow, and IG all take a shield.
So I mean, this is very similar to what would have happened before. It would have been 1 on blue, 1 on red, which in my opinion would have been better since you're focusing on blue here, but that's fine. Previously, it would have been 1 on blue, 1 on red. I mean, it's not 2. You take 1. I don't know. Maybe we're the fools. Maybe they're the fools.
Oh, you know what? They were measuring from the bomb when they pulled up the circle, so only red took damage there. Yellow escaped.
Huh.
Old T, gonna line up a range 3 shot onto red.
That's 2.
Range 2, yeah, just in range 2, my bad. Really on my game tonight. It's 2 crits.
That's not too bad.
Shields are down on red. These crits matter. 1 evade.
There. All right.
1 crit will go through. Let's see what it is. That
Fuel
is
leak.
a fuel leak.
That is not good. You do not want that right now.
So IG going range 1 into blue.
So this is his primary.
Yeah, no reason to auto blaster this.
3 hits. That's a
3 hits.
pretty solid roll.
Guarantee at least 1 damage. And
That's 2.
puts 2 through. And again, he gets to keep his calculates. The Cartel Marauder down to 3, and that's half points and an early lead for Rhys. Ronnie's gonna get a guaranteed 1.
So Tirani looking to do 2 more damage, and then 1 from his ability to wipe this K fighter off the board.
So this is somehow unobstructed because of parallel.
Yep, he gets to choose here.
Unobstructed in bullseye range 2. That's gonna be hit crit.
All right, this K fighter needs something.
Doesn't get it. And that
Blanks
is going
out.
to be a dead blue. With the hit crit coming. And the crit would be enough to kill him. I'm sorry, that's the wrong guy. But it doesn't matter. With Tirani's bullseye ability. Has no green token to get rid of. So dead. Tirani strikes again.
A hot start for Rhys.
What a terror.
Now, interestingly, this actually triggers Nadru's ability now. Whereas
That's
Nadru
true.
was not getting it before. He now gets his ability.
Actually, it wouldn't, because we're not out of this phase. Right? So, like,
No,
Nadru's
it
a
does.
4. No, Tirani's
ship-
a 4. The ship doesn't get removed until we're out of that initiative
Oh,
phase.
correct, yes.
Hold on, guys. Wait, before you do that, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
It's too many dice. The ship wouldn't be removed until we're out of the I-4 engagement phase.
Good catch.
So 1 hit. So IG spends a calculate, avoid sickening damage. So now the Falcon's gonna get a shot unobstructed at. He's gonna go at Tarani obstructed because Tarani only rolls. Well, he's gonna roll 3 here, but it's the least amount of dice he would get in a shot, and he gets an extra offensive dice.
And it's unmodified.
Yep. 2 hits. Pretty good roll. Tarani 2 evades.
Rhys brought his hot dice tonight.
Yeah, remember when Rhys used to be the one who always got diced?
I do remember that. And as soon as he vocally started complaining about it, he started getting good dice. So I guess that's the key. Just complain a lot and you get what you want.
So we enter round 4, and let's go to Gerg with that scoring update.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? The score now is 38 points for Rhys, 0 for Jonathan.
Thanks, Gerg. My favorite bit, hands down.
Absolutely. I think it is probably most people's favorite bit.
If Mike didn't love it so much, I don't think I wouldn't love it so much. But the amount that he loves it makes me love it.
What species is Gerg? Do you know, or do you just know
man.
that Gerg exists?
I'm thinking probably a Duros.
Okay.
Blue skin, red eyes. I really like Shriv from Battlefront.
Yeah.
I think he's a great character, so I'm gonna go Duros.
All right, I dig it. All right, so I would expect Rhys to do a sloop with the IG here.
Yeah, I think that's pretty. You think he could possibly leave drop his other seismic charge, see if he can catch Nadru, and then
He
sloop
could.
away?
I don't know, because Tarani, where's Tarani going? That's the biggest problem, right?
Well, that answers that question. Rhys is not dropping something, so here we go.
Wow, that was pretty quick on the dials.
Yeah. I guess everyone kind of knew what they had to do more than I do.
Yeah, I do not see Tarani in a position where he won't get away from the debris. So I think that was probably a good call to not drop one.
Read the turn in after the boost from the Falcon. Yet again, I find myself a little perplexed by the Falcon. I get wanting to get yourself closer, but I think not having mods has killed him so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a slightly worse shot with a focus would be great. All right, so it looks like Jonathan is choosing to target Tarani here, which I think is a good call. I don't think Tarani can go very far. Kind of a slower ship, stressed.
Yet again, not a lot. If IG turned in, that might be a good play for him. With that obstacle gone, I think this move might be a trap for old T, to be honest.
Yeah, he took that one on old Tarok. Interesting.
Here is IG's move.
Maybe.
Rhys was like, here's IG. And then
He's probably contemplating popping contraband here.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if he did that sloop that I think he did.
So that is a contraband pop.
Okay, he did a K-turn. Makes sense too. I think you take a no consequences lock here.
Agreed.
I don't think you're getting shot.
If you can get a crit through, that's going to be double damage. But he's going to double calculate.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it, but I think you're right. The consequence-free lock. Ronnie, the big 2-turn, he just stays stressed. And you know what? That's going to work out for him. I think that he's probably got bullseye on yellow.
He almost got out of Red's arc. I think he's still just barely in. I'm surprised he didn't pop Tirani's contraband here.
And Drew lines himself up pretty nicely.
Do you think Tarak went fast?
You know what? I don't see Rhys going fast a lot. He doesn't strike me as that type of guy. You kind of want him to here.
It's true.
I think he got bumps. I think he's gonna bump either into Tirani on the 2-bank or the 2-forward into red.
I think I agree.
Oh well, what do I know? Fucking
Yeah,
nothing.
We're both idiots.
Both in just
I like the 5 straight.
stupid feel. It's a great move.
It's a
beautiful
great move.
And you're not worried about being right in front of him.
No. Absolutely not.
That is yellow's lock, but you get that free evade.
You got Fearless, you got Concordia. You're not worried about a range 1.
Yep. So this is gonna be a 4 dice with Fearless.
My God.
Jesus.
Doesn't even need Fearless.
What would you need Fearless for? Oh, and he blanks out again.
Wow.
So that is gonna be a shield, 2 hits, and a crit.
The dice have not been on Jonathan's side at all.
At all. It's a direct.
So this cartel, yellow is down to 1.
And guaranteed kill
And
because
guaranteed to
Tirani,
die. Wow.
a guaranteed death, doesn't have a green token to stave off Tirani's ability.
This has just been such a strong start for Rhys.
I mean, the dice have been nice. Oh, doesn't have anything to spend, doesn't matter, even if he natties out, which he does not, as a dead Marauder.
That leaves this IG to probably shooting a Drew. You got a range 1.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna take a primary shot. I mean, I wouldn't kind of hate 2 auto blaster shots here.
I think he probably was concerned about just only getting like the 1 through. He's trying to maximize here, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would spend here.
Yeah,
if he's...
definitely. You're not taking a shot. Spend that calculate for 2 hits and a crit.
Rhys is probably debating.
He is debating. He's not taking a shot. I'm so confused about what this debate is over.
He's probably thinking, oh well, I might be able to roll better with my auto blaster. I get the idea, but honestly, 3 out of 4 is really good.
So that's gonna be shields down on the Drew, and these points are flying off.
Yeah, this has been a very net positive engagement for Rhys.
Drew has Tarak at range 2 and Tirani at range 2. Probably go Tirani. That's what we're doing. Tirani and Drew into Tirani.
Yeah, you're gonna get 3 shots into the Tirani here. Try to get something.
That's gonna be hit crit. That guarantees 1. Johnny Ray says that net positive is saying it lightly.
Yeah, good call. It really kind of depends on what happens with Tirani, but either way, yeah, he's very much ahead.
Right, I think next turn we're probably just getting that K turn from Tirani with a contraband pop.
Why not? It makes the most sense.
The K fighter does catch Tirani range 1 on the corner.
He does have a lock here too.
Could do some pretty good damage. Tirani's still stressed, so L3 is going to get an extra dice on that attack as well.
Alright, gonna reroll that focus. It turns into another focus.
So it was 3 hits. So lock comes off. So that's 3 hits. Ronnie will roll in defense. Blanks. So that is going to be his last shield and 2 hull. And that gets Jonathan on the board.
Trani's got 5 left, so guaranteed to live through this turn.
Yep. So,
Unless, well, not guaranteed, but it would take a crit cascade.
which we're not going to get because L3 has no mods.
You called
Nice
it,
out.
like you said.
So let's go to Gerg with that scoring update.
The score is now Jonathan 31, Rhys 94.
Thanks, Gerg. So the scales have turned. The tides have gone out in.
Ebbed.
Yeah. The Jonathan's moon has waned. Rhys's is waxing.
Very scientific episode.
Yeah. And without Rocker Crocker here to give us a science fact.
Yeah, he's probably watching Gold Squadron if I had to guess right now.
Yeah. It's safe to say that after averaging 20 viewers last night, maxing out at 35, we are not the most popular stream right now.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's not,
Normally you don't stream on Wednesdays anyway.
Nah, it's all good. As long as people are getting their X-Wing fix. It's not like anyone's making money off this. Well, Gold Squadron might, but not us.
I don't think he actually makes money. I think everything he makes he puts back in. I know he pays employees to do things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's like banking on it. It's enough to fund his travel, which is great.
Right. So I would anticipate just a 1 straight from the IG here. Tarok,
You
I
think
don't
we
know.
get?
Doesn't really matter.
You think we get a launch from his next? You could potentially catch 3.
Yeah, the launch isn't bad, especially since you think Tirani's going to be away from
Yeah,
there.
you might take another shield on IG, but at this point, you've eliminated so many people. It might be nice to just put that damage in.
Yeah, I don't think that's the worst thing. Because where does Red go that he doesn't get hit? He basically has to just disengage. Nadru might turn to the left to try to chase Tarok, maybe, or to do like a 3 bank to try to get Tirani if he predicts that Tirani's going to do that K turn. I don't know that Jonathan will predict the K turn from Tirani. I mean,
All right, looks like we are going to get a systems phase, and just like we thought, seismic charge. See, we're not dumb. We're smart.
I think he's getting at least 2 ships here.
I agree. Honestly, I think he might end up with 3.
Depends on what Nadru does.
Well,
I think Nadru does a
Nadru
3 bank.
moves before everyone else.
It's true. All right, so there's 1 for sure.
That's
don't have a-
gonna
they
that's
don't have
gonna
a
half
stack.
point red, just on the bomb as well. I think that's probably 2.
Guaranteed, cannot boost away. It
You
might fit,
be
but why
able
would
to
you do
left. Yeah.
Yep,
Finally
he's
gonna
decided
take an
he's
offensive
done.
mod.
He's done not using modifiers. He needs to do some damage. I don't think he'll actually have a shot though on either of the ships that he's gonna take it. Can take it on.
I think he might
think-
end up range 3. Here's the thing. If Tirani did that K turn, I think he's got red and bullseye on the K.
Yeah, I think so as well. So he had to use contraband here to perform this.
Yeah, he did. He popped contraband. That is going to double stress Tirani, but that is the price you pay. IG just saying YOLO.
Okay, so Nadru moves after.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Nadru could pull off the 3 bank. It might bump into Tarok, but it's like the only thing that avoids the bomb, I think. That is getting all 3 of Jonathan's ships.
And Nadru's ability hasn't kicked in once this game.
No, not at all.
Dragoon Katarn in chat says Rhys is a beast.
I agree.
His dice are
Mr.
definitely
Katarn.
beasts. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, this game has really been one-sided.
the turn away from Old T, and he's just going to take a target lock onto Nadru, knowing that he isn't taking any shots this turn.
Yep, I don't hate it. He's really played relatively cagey with Tarak for the most part.
Yeah, Tarak hasn't done much of anything.
But you know what? He got the one range, one attack. That was pretty good. And he hasn't taken damage and lost Tarak in the first engagement, so I think you have to be happy.
So that debris goes off and hits everybody. So red takes 1. And Drew down to 1. L3 takes a shield. IG takes a shield. IG might only take 1 shot here because I can't imagine red living through this.
I would agree. It's highly likely red gets removed from the board here. So he's going with Tirani first, which I think is kind of interesting.
I like it. It's a guaranteed damage.
But there's no guarantee you trigger Tirani's ability here.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Because he's been stripping with the IG to help trigger that Tirani ability. But I mean, it probably works out anyway.
He might just fire at Nadru and then just take the automatic damage onto red. I didn't actually hear.
Focus.
Oh, yeah. So that's 2 hits,
focus.
3 dice. So it could be either of them. I don't know which one. And that was on Nadru.
Nadru's removed.
Nadru gone. So red can take a damage or get rid of his focus now. Looks like he's gonna take a damage. Hand's kind of frozen above it.
That's a tough call because you're taking a risk here, but you're hoping that you can roll too, like you can use that focus on defense, I guess.
He does take a damage. That's 3 damage.
I don't know who Dragoon Katarn is, but I was told to go away by him.
Well, don't listen. So this is a range 1. I guess it's auto blaster. It doesn't really make a difference.
It does not. Oh, marksmanship. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So that's both calculate spent and marksmanship for 2 hits and a crit. 1 eyeball, he's gotta spend it.
I don't think it makes a difference because I think
not.
that kills him either way.
Especially with the crit and the fuel leaks. That's actually overkill. And the crit,
especially when you get a direct hit.
My god. All the overkill. So
hey Brendan, how you doing?
Indru will get a simultaneous fire onto Tirani.
I mean, you gotta hope for something here.
Yeah, you gotta put something in. But again, the ships don't get removed to the end, so that too blocking Indru from getting his bonus.
But that's 2 in.
It's 2 in. Tirani is down to 3.
And it does look like L3 will have that range 3 shot, so we'll be rolling 3 dice. Does have the target lock here. It might be a little too late, but...
Well, this will be a shot at Tirani. It's got a target lock. Range 3. Tirani rolling 2. Gets the extra dice for the stress. It's perfectly average roll. I'm going to spend the lock. That's going to be 2 hits on Tirani. Can't kill him. Oh, God.
Especially not with that roll.
Rhys literally just apologized for rolling those events.
It doesn't surprise me. He's Canadian. This is a very apologetic tournament. Well, I think Rhys played this right, leaving L3 to the end, taking out the K fighters and the Drew first. I think those were the bigger threats, and I think he can very easily clean up this Falcon in a couple turns.
as far as the game goes, I mean, Rhys has played damn near as close to a perfect game as you can play.
Absolutely. Taking the calculated risk on both the bombs, which ended up being well worth it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a single move you can find fault with here. Like, honestly.
Right. I think you just kind of do a 3 bank with the Falcon here. Yep. Try to avoid as many shots as you possibly can, but it's damn near impossible.
I think you got to start taking them calculates, because all Tarani has to do is move forward, and you're again in the bullseye. He's putting himself in the bullseye. That's what Tarani does. Clears 1 stress. Tarani will get the shot off to do at least 1 damage. Rhys called it again. There's just nothing you can find fault with here.
Yeah, Rhys is just, he's on his game right now.
Ulti, I would be surprised if we didn't see a focus boost here.
Yep, 100%.
Dragoon
I am
says,
surprised he did the 3 turn. I would have done the 2 personally, but I don't really think there's anything wrong with the 3.
Looks like he's just going to go for a lock and not risk the points. I don't think points matters that much. Well, it does. The winner of the pod is the one who advances, so MLV does matter.
So he's taking a target lock, which is also just fine.
Yeah.
It leaves you back a little bit further, so you know... Oh, no target. So you know that next turn you should be able to get a shot if you do a slower maneuver with him.
Yeah, you should be able to, like, pull up in range 1. So Tarani, range 2 bullseye, and guaranteed that 1 damage because he refuses to take tokens. 1 crit, 1 evade, takes 1.
Could have been worse.
Definitely could have been worse. Raccoon saying, by the way, Greg, I saw you bet against me on Hexiled. I didn't bet against you. I bet for whoever you were playing.
Oh my goodness, Rhys's dice finally failing.
Yeah. It's a primary shot.
It's too little too late, but...
Yeah. So that goes through, and he's not going to get to use an auto blaster rebuttal. This is
interesting. I think you have to take the shot on Tarani here.
That's what he declared on Tarani.
It's unfortunate because he did not have range to get the target lock on Tarani. But it doesn't matter.
Natty 3's dice have turned. That's going to be a dead Tarani.
Dead. That's good. Getting rid of that guaranteed damage from Tarani's ability is a good start. It's not going to do much at this point, but you needed to.
Getting any points you can at this point is all you got to do.
Yep. I think we can see, do the IGs have a hard 1?
They do have a hard 1.
So either a hard 1 or maybe Rhys sloops here. I think the hard 1 would be fine.
I think we're just going to get a 2 bank from Old T and put him in position to focus boost wherever he needs to go to get range 1 on the Falcon here.
Yep, keep it nice and slow with Tarok.
Dragoon saying he made me lose credits on Hexiled. Joke's on you. I always lose credits when I bet because I suck at choosing who wins games.
It's so tough because you have to, like, you don't know these players, so somebody could bring, like, the most meta list, and you're like, oh, that's a really good list, I bet on that one. And then they're just an absolute trash player. Not saying that Dragoon is a trash player, but I'm just saying that could happen.
So it's a 3 turn from... Finally, the Falcon has a green token. Right when it doesn't matter anymore.
Rhys did do the sloop. Yep, good call. The hard 1 would not have actually gotten a shot, so it's good to see Rhys predicted that.
Old T, I wonder if he stays there.
I think he pulls off the boost focus. Boost focus, I think, forward? still has arc. No, he just stays put. That's, I mean, whatever.
He's going to check front arc. He is in the front arc, so I think he pulls that calculate, does he not?
Yeah, I believe that's how that reads. At the start of the engagement phase, when you choose one enemy ship at range 1. If you do, you are in its front arc, it removes all of its green tokens. Now, if Rhys didn't declare
Yeah, I think that's a mistrigger.
that is a mistrigger. It's a May. So that's on him.
That is going to
Choosing
be
violence
4
here.
hits. Yikes. See if he spends the calculate.
You might as well.
He's going to take the 4.
Ugh. All right. I guess he's just resigned to the fact that he probably lost now. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is all about getting as much damage. Like, he knows he's going to be tabled, so he wants to get as much damage as he can.
Yeah, I get it.
So this
2
is
hits.
IG, 2 hits. You're not going to spend it then. Why spend it now?
Yeah, there's no reason to even think about this one. You're going full offensive capacity.
Yep, that's what he's doing. He's taking them both. So IG down to 2 by my count. I have been wrong before.
I hate these situations because every time I do it, I don't roll a focus.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I'll save it for offense. I really want to nut my offense, get a better offensive output. Nope.
So this is going to be 3 dice onto IG with a target lock and a calculate. Let's see if he rerolls 1 or 2. Looks like it's going to go reroll both. Generally what I do as well. Same difference, man.
Brendan says I'm throwing shade at him. Maybe I am.
IG blocks 1.
That's less
Loses
shield.
his shield. He's
No big
1
deal.
point away from half, which I think is probably the Falcon's goal this turn, but I'm not sure he lives to see it.
I doubt it, given it takes 2 damage to take him off the board. I just think we do a 1 bank with the IG in towards the Falcon. Probably just get away with a 2 straight from Tarak, or maybe a 2 bank. Because if Tarak bumps here, it's not the end of the world.
Right. And, I mean, we haven't even reached an hour into this game yet. Like, it's been a bloodbath.
I mean, Rhys was averaging a ship a turn.
Yeah.
taking those K fighters off the board. It really was a complete slaughter.
Falcon thinking about some moves right now. His arc is left-right, so that probably precludes any of its sloops.
I think you just got to do something that you think is completely unpredictable. But I don't see any move that is unpredictable enough that you cannot get shot here by at least one of Rhys' ships.
Yeah, I think you try to block old T with the 1 bank and just take your chances on... Oh,
Well, if Rhys did the 2 straight like I called, I think he's perfect.
yeah.
And the 1 bank with the IG would also be perfect. So maybe you boost the Falcon here and just hope that that works. Okay,
That's
yep.
what we're getting. I don't think that protects you from old T, but I think that probably does protect you from IG. Oh, no, it doesn't. Not even close. I think that's going to easily catch him.
It's tight, but yes, it catches him.
Yeah.
And
In
yep,
there.
the 2 straight with T.
I think you just focus boost here. Get
100%.
yourself,
Get in there. Do it.
end the game. End the game before he can shoot back. Just gonna
All
focus.
you need is 2 more damage. Just get in there.
I tried to get that extra.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
but-
I think that's the first mistake Rhys has made. Not really, but
Oh my gosh.
especially if there. Jesus. All right.
Well, that's
it's
a
over.
dead, guaranteed dead L3.
I guess when you know that you just are gonna roll insane, you don't need to try to push in and do the fearless damage.
Yeah, if you're guaranteed to roll natties, then I guess it doesn't matter whether or not you put yourself in the best situation.
Rhys dice are fire dice.
So that is the end of the match. A 262 point win for Rhys. I have to say, again, I know we've talked about it all the time, but I think Rhys played a perfect game, really.
Yeah, I think he played excellently, and not that I thought that Jonathan played poorly or anything. It
I don't
just
think he played poorly.
when the dice go that way sometimes.
All right, so the blue player, which is Rhys, or well, start with red. Oh wait, no, gotta read this right. The red total. All right, so the red.
Ouch.
So red. All right, Jonathan had a -4 luck score on defense and a -1.4 on offense. That is real bad. That's a total -5.5. So that's way below average. Rhys rolled +2 on red and -3 on green. So he actually ends up in a total negative for his luck. But
yeah, because he was on
his hot
Serrani's,
reds
he blanked out a
combined.
lot on his defense.
Yeah, but his +2 on red combined with the -4 from Jonathan on green, that's a 6-point difference in luck there, which is just crazy.
Plus all that guaranteed damage from the bombs, from Serrani's ability.
Yeah.
Those, like, if you can't prevent damage from coming in, it's really hard to beat that.
Absolutely. All right, well, thank you guys for joining us. This was a 0-0 match, Ontario Online Open. We'll be back with more of this tournament, and stay tuned for our regularly scheduled programming tomorrow, 6